Hello to you all. We are currently located on the Costa Brava, basking in the Spanish sun. I am joined by David. We have just finished. We are on the last day of the spring dry fasting retreat in Spain. And so we will talk to David today, who will tell us his first dry fast, first experience. So you did maximum preparation, you did 2 days at home. We asked for 3 days now to arrive at the cures, but he only did 2. No, I didn't do 2 days of preparation. No, not prep, but 2 dry fasts. 2 dry fasts. 1 or 2 days, yes, that's enough. So I'll let you speak how it went for you, and then also I will ask you other questions concerning the support we offer here, which is customized for each individual on an emotional level. I will let you recount how you lived through this adventure, because it truly is an adventure. It is no small thing what the entire group experienced here. It's a trial, an initiation as one might call it. So there you go, I'll leave it to you.
I'll give the reasons for why I came here and why at this time. I am 57 years old. I am an entrepreneur. I have a somewhat overworked life. I work 6 days out of 7. And I've known about water fasting for 20 years and always dreamed of taking time for myself, but like many people, we don't do it. So I never took the time to do a water fast. But a few years ago, I found dry fasting and watched Michel's videos. I have his book, and it resonated with me immediately, but it always remains in the realm of theory, and we never take the act. And in early February, I had left facial paralysis. My eyes stayed open, I heard everything louder, my eyelid fell, I still have some residue. I was in the emergency room and they thought it was a stroke. It's not that, but nevertheless, I still have this paralysis. And they found type 2 diabetes, a nice rate, so I'm on long-term leave for 10 years. So in theory, I should be taking metformin, one of the drugs, but I said no, I am going to try to understand my body, see how the pancreas and all of that functions, and we learned so many things. And it was then, thanks to my partner, who said to me, listen, think about your health. It's been since I've known you that you've dreamed of doing a fast. Go for it. And that is when I called Michel to tell him, listen Michel, I have these parameters, can I come and do a fast? So he said, okay, of course. There are rules. The blood test well pushed to understand if we are fit to do this fast. The test done at the start by Michel and Marie-Christine to see if we can fast. So everything I listened to, everything I read, made me come fast. I finally took time for myself, and I absolutely wanted to do that in total safety. Because I have indeed done 22 hours, 46 hours, but beyond that I didn't want to take risks because I'm not necessarily a brave person, but I am curious, and Michel in his videos, in interviews like the one I am doing today, completely reassured me. So there you go, I came to this fast
through these steps. So how did it go for you, this dry fast? So you almost reached 7 days. It's a long dry fast, we can say that. How did you experience that on the interpersonal level? How do you feel now after having passed? So you came out 2 days ago, 2, 3 days, the second day. After we will talk about the refeeding, how it went, the first glass of water, but how you handled this cure. Was it difficult or not? There you go. How did you experience that within the group? The importance of having people around you to do this? The coachings that were done, because we are one of the rare centers to do one-on-one coaching, customized for each person, where we are going to peel away the onion layers of people. So it is a very precise support for each person we work with here. We cannot have groups that are too large. There you go, we were in a very cocooning space here. So how did you experience that internally in your gut?
So what happened
What
for
happened
you?
for
So I had a fast. It seems to me, compared to people with pathologies or overloads, I passed it, but really easily, in the sense that since I have been careful about what I ate since February, when I removed all carbohydrates, what we call complex sugars, fast sugars, no more bread, no more pasta, no more rice, no more potatoes, meant that I already had a certain cleansing at the glycemic level to monitor my blood sugar. Honestly, I went through it wonderfully, no acidic crisis, acidosis crises, yes. I had no sore throat, muscle or joint pain, no headaches. Honestly, it was easy. Nevertheless, when you are someone who is active and who works all the time, always on the go, always with a busy head, at some point the fast felt like time stretched. It was long. I had information coming from my stomach to tell me the stomach is empty, and I have this information. It's the first time I talk to my body and organs to say, follow me, we're doing something good. For the first time in my life, after all these years of my legs carrying me and my organs following, I brought them for a checkup. A body checkup, like taking a car to the garage even when nothing is wrong. The only difference is there was a minor accident, this diabetes, this paralysis. It is a shame. I wanted to do this for 20 years. I should have done my checkup before something happened. We are all the same. We wait for a breakdown to occur before we take action. So I had this checkup and I needed a garage, a good garage, like I have my mechanic Seb, where I take my company cars and I do not question it. I just say, Seb, do what is needed. So I needed the garage, which is this dry fasting method. And I needed the mechanic, whom I trust, where I feel secure. And that is Michel, I mean myself. I needed that to be accompanied. The security of knowing not to do anything foolish because everyone tells you, be careful, you are going to do a dry fast. It is dangerous. For people who know nothing, who have not even looked into it, it is catastrophic. So with Michel under his guidance, as well as Heidi and Marie-Christine, honestly, thank you. It was great because it was guidance, very subtle, not at all invasive, that respects your choice. But they were still there permanently to watch, to talk to you, to hug you, to see if you were okay. And with the protocol that Michel asked us to follow, the measurements, all that, we observe ourselves, we look at the parameters, but there is also Marie-Christine's observation, where she sees things that I do not see. Heidi, who gave so much when she hugs you or when you get a massage, it is quite incredible what happened. I have had massages before. This trio, this puzzle and this location, honestly, we are too well. This villa, the group, it's important. It helps and supports. Yes, because everyone has their own story, their reason for being here, their life, and it inspires humility. And it helps a lot. Honestly, there were powerful moments. There were things in the workshop I will not tell you about, but if you ever have the chance to fast with Michel, honestly, you enter a new dimension. I, who am very logical but believe in things we do not know, I was led to really take time for myself to repair. And as I said, in safety, I felt great. So during this whole fast, except for this feeling that I tried to master by talking to my body, where time was a bit stretched because it is sure that we dream of water, but it was fine, I got through it. And something happened during this fast that I cannot forget, which was filmed by a charming young girl who participated in the fast. it is the contact with water. Because during this fast we are in a different state, a modified state of consciousness. And so we can put water at 9 degrees for vasoconstriction, calm our cells a bit that are on fire, let us say. That is how I put it. And this contact with cold water, the sensation that I had was indescribable. You can only feel what I felt if you deprive yourself of food and water in a beautiful setting, with good people. And when I watch the film today, after 2 days, I feel exactly what happened. Believe me, it is indescribable, it is magical, and I experienced that thanks to this dry fast.
Right. How do you feel internally? You just finished 2 days ago, so you started refeeding. How did it go for you? The recovery, the importance of sharing after meals. There is a chef. Now we have moved to a higher level. We have a chef, so we are improving the meals a little bit compared to other years. How did these meals go? These first meals? You have meals today. How was it?
So for several hours, it is true that I resumed at 6 in the evening with my first glass of water that I shared, lived with my love and friends, because it was a sacred moment with much emotion and very sacred. And during the night, it is true that I drank very slowly sips until the next noon when I had my first vegetable soup. So we eat with other friends at the table who sometimes have other meals that are adapted to their entry into fasting, to their exit from a fast of 1, 2, or 3 days. Honestly, I was not hungry. Wanting to hydrate myself was one thing. Eating this soup was enough. I did not need more. And I did not have to look at others. One is eating fish, another is eating vegetables on the second day. I did not have that desire, honestly. I listened well to what Michel advised us for the recovery, which in principle is the key to the success of the fast. And honestly, quietly, I had my soup yesterday at noon. Yesterday evening, a soup with a supplement of chicken broth for protein. I take spirulina and for resin, a little bit of quinton serum, but very gentle to remineralize my body. I also noticed that my urine during the whole fast was golden yellow, normal let us say, and during the whole fast I had no spikes of brown or dark urine. Today that I have resumed water, I notice my urine is transparent. I don't think my kidneys aren't working, it's just that I need to slowly refeed my body to get nutrients back into my blood. Consequently, I am planning to undertake much larger missions. During the fast, I find myself urinating 10 times a day, despite not drinking, just small amounts of about 10 centiliters each time. It clearly demonstrated that I am producing water, and I had already undergone a pre-cleanse. So if you ever do a fast, believe me, prepare yourself, switch to a diet with less sugar, get closer to keto, go to the extreme. Your fast will be even more effective, and you will benefit from everything offered here, like the various workshops. I have never done yoga, I have never done BNC, the meditation evenings, the tools they offer us are a real favorite. I actually already ordered them on Amazon after asking Michel which tool, but the chi, I believe it is in my cart and I need to click it after validating, but I have discovered some incredible tools like the Schumann. Plus I'm in the water, the Schumann frequency, I know all that. So we have things at our disposal, we have a team, fantastic, available 24/7. We have WhatsApp for any doubt. You can message and get a reply, because I had a concern about my eye and blood sugar, because I had a little hypo, 2, 3 little hypos, but it is completely normal. I am no longer bringing sugar into my body, and I have ketogenic bodies that risk it. So Michel reassured me about that, and honestly, you must, I believe that at a certain moment. You have to say, let's go, or I'll never do it before something happens. Anyway, well, 1,000 thanks to Michel, honestly. Thank you for meeting me, and I'm lucky to have met this person because he is rare and unique. And people come from everywhere to live this experience in its metabolic sense, but also in its psychic.
That you had a little fear that there were a bit too many English speakers. It is true that there are people who come from everywhere, from the United States, from Canada, from England, all over the world. It is international. Now it is and then finally we managed well. It was able to communicate. It was not a break because we had a little translation. I thought it was smooth and there were no language barriers. There were always ways to know exactly what was happening for everyone.
So it was a first for me, this fast, but the car overhaul, it will be done once a year, and if I can afford it, I will certainly do it with my partner. And
I can't wait to see them. Thanks for the words. It's a pleasure. And for your situation, give it time. Stem cells will repair things in 3 weeks. So effects will be seen in 2 or 3 weeks. Then you'll see. Otherwise we remove. But anyway, I wish you much pleasure for the rest at home. And then there you go. Give some news and then thank you for this interview. Thank you very much.